Welcome everyone back to our class. Oh, you are really study hard. Alright, let's dive into the fascinating world of our body's tiny warriors, the defensins. You're walking through a battlefield and you're not just dodging bullets, you're surrounded by microscopic soldiers fighting off invaders. Meet defensin beta-1, or DEFB1 for short. It's a small protein, only 15 to 20 amino acids long, but it's packed with power, especially those cysteine residues that give it its unique structure. This little guy is part of the Antimicrobial Peptide family, and it's been officially recognized since 2008, even linked to serious conditions like cystic fibrosis. So what exactly does this tiny hero do? So where do these microscopic guardians hang out? Think of them as the bouncers at the club entrance of your body. They're primarily produced by epithelial cells which line your skin, your respiratory tract, and your urinary reproductive tract. These are the front lines. While neutrophils, those other immune cells, can also produce some epithelial cells are the main source. And where do you find them in high numbers? Pretty much everywhere that needs protection: the kidney's distal tubules, your lungs, your skin, your reproductive organs, even your mouth lining, gut, tear glands, and cornea. Basically, if there's a surface facing the outside world, chances are DEFB1 is on patrol there, ready to defend. Okay, so how does this tiny protein actually fight back? It's got a clever trick up its sleeve. Remember those positive charges? They attract negatively charged microbial membranes like bacteria or fungi. Once it latches on, it burrows in and creates pores, basically poking holes in the bad guy's defenses, causing their insides to leak out. Game over for the microbe. But here's where it gets interesting. DEFB1 isn't just a simple killer. At low concentrations, it's like a friendly recruiter calling in dendritic cells and memory T cells to maintain peace and order. But crank up the concentration, and suddenly it's activating inflammatory pathways like TLR4/NF-kappa B, which can be great for fighting infection, but too much can lead to inflammation issues like asthma or psoriasis. It even has side hustles like helping sperm swim faster by binding to CCR6 receptors and promoting wound healing. Talk about versatile. Now, what happens when these tiny warriors don't do their job right? Well, things can get messy. Low levels of DEFB1 are linked to increased risk of infections, think urinary tract infections, COPD, even higher susceptibility to HIV. Too much, or the wrong kind of activation, is tied to chronic inflammation seen in asthma, psoriasis, and periodontitis, that's gum disease. Some studies even suggest links to certain cancers like prostate and kidney cell carcinoma. But here's the exciting part: because we know how crucial DEFB1 is, we can potentially use it. Measuring its levels in serum or mucosa could help predict infection, risk, or inflammation status. And therapeutically? We could boost defenses with recombinant DEFB1 proteins, especially against tough, resistant bugs, or maybe even tweak its expression using things like vitamin D. It's like having a key to unlock new diagnostic and treatment possibilities. So, let's zoom out for a quick recap. DEFB1 belongs to the larger defensin family, all sharing that characteristic structure with 6 cysteines forming 3 stable disulfide bonds, giving them that beta sheet shape. There are different subtypes: alpha from neutrophils, beta from epithelial cells like our star DEFB1, and theta. The big takeaway? DEFB1 is a tiny but incredibly powerful guardian, constantly working behind the scenes to keep us healthy. It's a fascinating example of nature's elegant solutions to complex problems. Keep an eye on this field, it's moving fast.